Hey y'all, what's up? This is Gifted Since 92, giving you guys the latest exclusive content on the music, entertainment, news, and inspirational quotes by me, the Queen's back at it again. Alright y'all, here's going to be another rant. This is rant number 35. If you guys haven't stayed in touch with my channel so far, sometimes here and there, I will be doing my rants. And like I said, I'm going to spill my guts. I'm going to be honest, and I'm just going to let people have it. So, since I always talk about the music industry and, the BS and artists that have to deal with the BS, artists that unfortunately they face challenges in the music industry to get their voices heard, to get their art heard, to be respected, okay, and to be acknowledged and just be appreciated for their talent. So recently, I have heard this artist Misha B. I need to check out her music. I have been I am aware of who she is, but Misha B, I'm gonna tell you something. She is talented. She is gorgeous. She is beautiful. And okay, so I just was watching a little bit of her video talking about her experience on the X Factor. Now, the X Factor is a show, television live show that showcases people auditioning for their talent. So a lot of like talented artists that like whether they're like solo artists, groups, especially some of the ones like the big name like people that have really auditioned for the show and they have had successful music careers. Misha has had a successful music career since the show too. So this show happened like a couple years ago, like a couple seasons ago, like years ago when she was on there. And her experience, I'm gonna tell you something. After she got to the whole thing about, man, people just trying for her and painting this narrative of her being an angry black woman, and she got disrespected, and the judges, some of them, they did not try to get to know her as an artist. And then, like I said, one of the contestants, she almost got into a fight with her. I'm gonna tell you something. Listen, I am not surprised, but I have empathy because, like I said, I feel like this is unfortunately like what goes on behind the scenes. And I'm gonna tell you something too. The mofos will envy of her because of that high caliber of talent that she has, period. Okay, she has that talent, she has the look, she has the appeal, she's gorgeous, and because she is a black woman, and because she's a dark-skinned black woman, some people envied her on that show. So like I said, I love speaking about colorism as well because, like I said, I feel like her experience on the show X Factor, it's pretty much like I said, she's talked about how people were really trying to put her down and tear her down and tear her confidence down and tear her self-esteem down. I had watched a clip earlier today, and that's why I wanted to make a video about this, and I'm so glad I got the time to do so because I watched a clip of her being critiqued by the judges. Kelly Rowland, she was one of the judge panelists, and Kelly Rowland has always supported her. Misha B addressed that in her video like recently about her experience being on the X Factor, how Kelly Rowland was able to really uplift her, encourage her, she supported her through thick and thin. Let me tell y'all something. So Kelly Rowland and this other judge, I can't remember his name, he's a white dude, and there's another white dude on there, and this judge named Tulisa, Misha B got critiqued by one of the guys, the other white guy. He was like, oh, well, you are confident, but like you exude, like you are too confident, or you're overconfident, like it's like he was really throwing subliminal shade at her, for real. And then the other contestant, Tulisa, she said something like, well, you're like feisty and you come across as like in the way arrogant and stuff. And oh my gosh, Misha B, like I said, as humble as she had to be on that stage, I swear to goodness, It couldn't have been me. I mean, to be honest, it could, like, it is me, but I know, like, sometimes how I feel when people disrespect me and throw shade. I'd be ready to whoop that, you know what. Actually, I'd be ready to read and drag, and I'd be ready to really go in and really just tell somebody, you need to go on somewhere you can kiss my black behind. But Misha B, she didn't say that, but I looked on her facial expressions as she was being critiqued. You know, she took those constructive criticisms, but they were so harsh. They were rude, they were disrespectful, condescending, and very downright like, okay, so it's like Tulisa and the other judge, they both were like, you know, just putting her down. Oh my goodness. And then Kelly Rowland looked like she was getting ready to fight. But the way how Kelly Rowland was like, what are you guys talking about? You know, when you know, because the other judge, the white dude, he was saying some BS like, oh, well, you know, you're going to make other contestants feel less than, or, you know, they're going to be intimidated by you. Or, like I said, like, you are causing, like, conflict and stuff. And Kelly Rowland was like, what are you talking about? She's supposed to have confidence. What's wrong with confidence? There's no such thing as being overconfident, because Misha B, she got it, period. I mean, I know when I take a chance to watch her clips on YouTube on the X Factor, I know she's going to slay. I already know, because I feel like when people find a way to put you down, they are insecure, and they project their insecurities and their feelings towards you in a negative way. Misha B, she said the same thing as she addressed her, you know, like I said, experience being in the X Factor, and she's definitely right. It's like those judges, Tulisa, the other white dude, they were envy of her, because they couldn't really see how a talent like her was able to really command the stage and have that, like, real talent and have that confidence. There's the other white guy. Now, he was like, on Kelly Rowland's side, he was like, no, you know, she's doing her thing, I don't care, talent is what matters. And then Tulisa said some BS about, well, you need to focus on the package and the image. It's not really, she really was, I'm going to tell you something, Tulisa, I don't know, she really was very disrespectful. And Misha B even addressed that, you know, Tulisa, after the incident that had happened, she gave her a BS apology. And like I said, you know, it is what it is, you know. And she was like, Tulisa was like, well, you know, I'm sorry, you know, I didn't mean any harm. Misha B said she knew it was some BS, because it's like, you have the choice to say what you want to say, but it's how you say it. And when people say mean things or condescending things about you as a person, it's almost like they don't know what else to think of you, or they kind of in a way feel like, oh, well, because that's how they feel and it's their opinion, that is reality. No, it's your opinion. They don't make it a reality. It's just an opinion. But I'm telling y'all, this music industry is some bull. It's just some BS. And really, like I said, I'm glad that Misha B really spoke out about her experience in the music industry, and, you know, being able to really stand on her 2 feet and really, like I said, you know, push through, never giving up, because she knows her talent. She knows her worth as an artist. She knows herself, her beauty inside and out. And I feel like when it comes to black artists that catch hell, and yes, I keep telling y'all this, promoting, I said, y'all don't know what goes behind the scenes. And really, like I said, I'm at a point now where it's like, you know, I'm just going to support the music. But I will talk about these issues because they are important to talk about. So I kind of feel like Misha B basically, like I said, you know, she's airing out the tea. She's saying, yeah, you know, people were really trying. People didn't really want her to shine. You know, people didn't really want to, you know, like I said, she said that she's pretty much a person that she always wants to uplift people. She never wanted to tear people down. She always focused on herself and knew what she was capable of being an artist. And that's why I really respect for people to know what they're capable of. And I really talk about this all the time on my channel, because it's like, you know, it's really sad that especially black women of color and representation, that's why I said we need to see more talented black women winning music. and also for dark skinned black women artists too, because like I said, I promote and support, people of Misha Beast color, like Ari Lennox and SZA, Brandy, 7th Street, it's a whole list of people. Kelly Rowland's another one, Lauryn Hill, the list goes on, because almost like, I think what's so sad is people see you as a threat. They don't see you as a human being. So no matter how good of a person you are, your character, it's always something that they don't like, and it's always that they gotta say some stuff that will make you feel less than, will make you feel like crap. But like I said, I always say, don't let nobody dim the light, period, because it's their insecurities that really are projecting from their hurt, from their pain, which I understand. We're all human beings. We're going to go through things, but I'm not going to project my insecurities on someone else because I feel a certain way. That's just not going to fly, and it's not cute at all. But I really feel like Misha B, I like that she is pretty much speaking out about her situation, her experience being on the X Factor. And I will continue to watch this video, but I want to watch to give you guys more of an insight what she had to go through. And really, like I said, when we speak about colorism in the music industry, and even Misha B even said herself, it's almost like people feel like, oh, well, black girls, shouldn't be confident, shouldn't express themselves, whatever talent they got. It's almost like they're still less than, they're still beneath, they're still in society, like they're still inferior. And Misha B was saying, listen, I'm confident, I have confidence, I own it, I rock it, so why should that be a threat? It's a threat because you're envy, it's a threat because you're pressed, and really you just don't have nothing else going on for yourself, or you really pretty much don't really feel like that people who are different from you, who are unique, don't feel like, some people have this thing where it's like, because people aren't a certain way, they don't act a certain way, they don't look like a certain way, that means like right off the bat they don't mean anything, or they don't have nothing to offer. But I feel like Misha B basically, she really, like I said, express her feelings, express her thoughts about, just the music industry. And even, like I said, I have empathy for her, but at the same time, I'm proud of her for speaking out about her experiences. So with that being said, on X Factor, it's like, yeah, this has happened. I have really seen, because I have watched like shows like American Idol, what else? These other like contestant shows. It could be any shows like Food Network, like where they have like the cook-off shows, the contestants like Chopped and all that great stuff on Food Network. And what's the other name of the show on the Beat Down Bobby Flay? That's another one that I always watch, where it's like judges will always critique, judges will always have their opinions. But I have seen how some judges were really mean and nasty and harsh. And I understand everybody is, entitled to their opinion, but it's like some of these judges are really nasty and mean. Some of them are. But it's sad that Misha B had to experience that, but that made her push through and use that to manifest her talents and her passion for making music. So she even said in her video that it always was about the music. She always wanted to make good music. She always wanted to express herself. And like I said, colorism is a thing, guys, in the music business. It's like when it comes to certain people of color, especially for dark-skinned people. Now I'll talk about, like I said, I'll stay on topic for like black women, dark-skinned black women. They catch hell, which for no reason. It's kind of like, for some reason, they always get, tore down, and people always want to come at them. I'm gonna tell you something. We're not doing it over here on this channel, because I will drag and I'll turn into a Super Saiyan in a hot minute. Period. So, like I said, I feel like, Misha B, she's definitely talented. She's definitely beautiful. And like I said, her story isn't the first story. Like I said, and I know it won't be the last story of her going through things, because there have been other stories of people saying like people really underestimated like what they were capable of, because people thought, oh well, because I'm black, because I look a certain way, my skin complexion. It's like it has always been like the narrative for dark skinned black women to really be like at the bottom of the totem pole. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I've been doing research. I've been doing a lot of reflecting back on my life. People aren't having it. Dark skinned black women and girls are not having it. And I know for dark skinned black women of color in the black community, because they're not having it either. Because I be watching other videos about colorism and people's experiences in the comments. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? It's pretty much like people know what's going on. People can peep game. So I feel like Misha B, her experience in the music business, like I said, I know she's an inspiration to herself and other, dark-skinned black women who look like her, and dark-skinned little black girls that look like her and look up to her, because like I said, it happens, unfortunately. It's kind of like, even for me as a black woman, even though I'm not a dark-skinned black woman, I still have empathy. I'm still a black woman. I mean, me and Misha B, we have two things in common. Like I said, we are black women. But, like I said, the difference is, like I said, I'm brown skin, like caramel, my skin complexion. And to me, to even go through colorism, as I reflect back on my life, I'm trying to think of, like, my experience. Have I ever really experienced colorism? For me, I've experienced racism in some ways. I had experienced some of that as a child, and and I still do to this day. But colorism, not really. And I'm not saying that. Like I said, I don't want to experience colorism. And hell no, I don't want nobody to experience colorism, but I wouldn't be surprised if I do experience colorism in the future, because it's like everybody's experiences is different, and you just never know. It can happen to you, it can happen to anybody. But like I said, we can't let people, bring us down and dictate us like how we should feel about ourselves, because we should know how we should feel about ourselves. So with that being said, to wrap this video up, Misha B, if you see this video, girl, keep doing your thing. I support you, you slay. Keep speaking out about your experiences in the world. Keep being a shining light, because I know you're using your talent, your gift as an artist to really uplift, and you have a passion, and just keep doing your thing and slay. So with that being said, keep doing the damn thing. So guys, what do you guys think about Misha B in her experience talking about the X Factor and what she had to go through? Any Misha B fans, please let me know down below. Please guys, let's have this conversation. I'm ready to hear all of y'all comments. I'm here for the feedback. I'm here for the, like I said, the dialogue. And please guys, please let's have a good conversation so we can educate and learn. And also, please share your experiences on colorism. Any of my fans, you guys know how it is, like I said, or like I said, your experience with people being disrespectful to you. Let me know down below. I would love to hear your stories. As always, guys, you gotta stay tuned on the next episode of Get the Sense 92. So with that being said, y'all, please do not be afraid to like, share, comment, subscribe down below. Please do not be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Please do not be afraid to hit that notification button. And as always, stay tuned on the next episode of Get the Sense 92. Dragon Ball Z narrative reference. Peace. Bye-bye. Your girl's Alien out. The Super Saiyan's out.